It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is March 25th, and we are waking up with some winds across the Ozarks. Wow, wind advisory for the entire area. And wind gusts today will be nearly 45 miles an hour. Wind advisory goes until 1 p.m. this afternoon. If you haven't stepped out the door already, it's a strong south wind. And what's happening is these south winds are bringing up a lot of moisture from the Gulf, setting the stage for a wet day ahead in the Ozarks. Dew point temperatures are very high. We are going to see these rain chances ongoing, and there's some thunderstorms out there too. I'm not exactly expecting severe weather, but I think the bigger risk today is just going to be the torrential downpours that are happening, leading to the water really adding up in spots. 2 to 3 inches of rainfall possible across the Ozarks today, especially south of I-44. And that's where I think we could have an issue with some low water crossings. So really a complicated forecast as we begin the new week. It is a wild week ahead weather-wise in the Ozarks, and we've got some wild temperature swings for you today as well. Temperatures as you wake up this morning, not bad. Numbers in the 50s, and we'll warm to about 58 degrees for the high today. It won't stay that warm, though. We're going to see some much cooler air filtering into the region. That's as we head into Tuesday. Behind this storm system bringing us all the rain, we get a big cool down in the Ozarks, and things are going to change for us in a big way. The big headline for you this morning is that temperatures are mild, near 50 degrees, and we've got winds gusting to 45 miles an hour. I told you that wind advisory is going to last until 1 p.m. today, so be very careful if you're traveling today. High-profile vehicles may have some trouble in winds like this. Winds are out of the south, and this is even strong enough that some small limbs may break and fall. The trash can may be tipped over if it's your trash day. So just a big heads up to the windy conditions setting up across much of the state today. This is also the case out in Kansas and Oklahoma. Much of Arkansas is under this wind advisory. It's a widespread area as a very powerful storm system marches across the country. Storms with heavy rain are in the forecast for some, and I think this rain is going to really add up in spots. There is a risk of severe weather today, but it is well to our south along the Gulf states in portions of Louisiana and Mississippi. That's who's expecting the severe weather today. I think we get the excessive rainfall, though, here in the Ozarks. As I mentioned, I think the best chance for that is going to be south of I-44 into northern Arkansas. But the entire area will get some rain today, and it'll be a good soaking rain for many places. Springfield, I think 1 to 2 inches of rain. That's a lot in one rainfall event. So it's going to be pretty soggy out for the second half of the day. We've got widespread showers, a few thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon hours. Heaviest rainfall amounts are going to be east of Highway 65 and south of I-44. That's where localized amounts could be 2 to 3 inches of rain. So I have to at least mention the threat for some flooding in the Ozarks, low water crossings southeast of Springfield. I think there could be some issues. So if you do come across an area that is covered with water, make sure you turn around. You don't want to cross any low water crossings that are full. Rises along the waterways are also expected. So a big heads up to anybody spending the spring break kind of outdoors or near any of the area waterways. We're going to have to watch some of those places. Remain weather aware if you have outdoor plans. Really today, tomorrow, and through Wednesday, we're going to have some issues with high water, residual flooding that will be left around. Then much colder weather is in our forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday, it is a roller coaster this week with temperatures dropping dramatically as we head into the later parts of the work week forecast. In fact, freeze conditions are possible once again. Tonight, we'll see lows near 33 degrees, very close to the freezing point. High temps on Tuesday will warm into the mid 40s, and then tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, I think it's going to be in the mid 20s. It'll be incredibly cold across the Ozarks, and then we'll warm it up for the second half of the work week. But we've definitely got some wild swings in the forecast for you this week. Freeze potential here Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, then again Wednesday night into Thursday morning. High temperatures, they're going to be the coolest on Tuesday with highs in the 40s. We climb to the 50s on Wednesday, and then I think the 60s are back with us by the time we get to Thursday. By the way, for the weekend, 70s are on deck. So we see all seasons in the Ozarks over the next several days. Around the country, what's making headlines, it's the same storm system. It's impacting us as rainfall, but up north, it's a snowstorm, and significant winter weather is happening across the northern plains and the upper Midwest. Severe storms are in the forecast for the southern plains, and then excessive rainfall. That's what we're getting in the Ozarks. We also have those conditions for the southern plains and much of the southeast. Critical fire weather conditions are also then ongoing back in the central and southern high plains. And then this very cold air mass is going to be descending into the Great Plains. We are talking some frigid temperatures to our friends to the north. We, of course, have the freeze potential here in the Ozarks, but they're talking like 30s for highs up in north. So at least our weather is better than that. 40s for highs on Tuesday, and it's a pretty brief 1-day cool down for us. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question. This is how we'll kick off the week. Jenga is derived from a Swahili word that means what? The options that I gave you last week were A, to balance, B, to build, C, to destroy, or D, to stack. If you guessed B, to build, you are correct. Jenga, derived from a Swahili word that means to build. Congrats if B was your guess. You are now going to be entered to win a $20 gift card to Scooter's Coffee. We give that away every single day here on Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I think of Jenga, the game, and I think of it crashing. So build, not what first comes to mind for me. All right, here's the question that I'll leave you with tomorrow. What country reportedly has the highest percentage of men who go bald? Where do you think those men live? Do you think it's A, the United States, B, Finland, C, the Czech Republic, or D, Germany? You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening early this morning. And thank you to our sponsors, Scooter's Coffee and Rescue Towing. I hope nobody needs it, but if you need a tow today, you know who to call. There will be heavy rain across the Ozarks. If your windshield wipers are on, remember headlights on. We want everybody to see you. Drive safely today. Maybe plan a few extra minutes for the morning drive. I think it's still raining. Morning drive, afternoon drive. Showers will be wrapping up by the time we get to this evening, and we get some dry time as we head into tonight. Enjoy the day. It will be drier, but really cold tomorrow. So I hope you didn't put away the winter coat just yet. I'll chat with you again on Tuesday morning.